Hey everyone, so I am pre-recording this message and I really want to look at a love and light message that's going to be a little bit more generic in terms of what we can do for our self-empowerment, because the lunations of late have really, I'm going to pull out some major arcana here for us, have really given us an opportunity to think about what it is that we need to deal with. So I'm going to pull out some major arcana and let's see what sort of energies we are dealing with when it comes to our personal journey of empowerment. Okay, one card on the ground. First card on the ground is death. Transformation. So empowerment is transformation for us. I think right now a lot of us are our own personal journey is weighing heavily on us. Okay, there's the desire to break free, there's the desire for new, there's the desire for more understanding, there's a desire for things to be different deep down within. Okay, and if you look here in this death card, it's almost like an awakening. Look at this. We've got these two eyes, okay, that, you know, usually the skull is associated with death. And when we see this, we've got these two eyes looking. There's transformation here and there's angelic guidance here with the wing. Transformation with the snake. So it's how we're seeing things. So I'm seeing that this transformation is about how we're looking back at ourselves. How are we looking in the mirror and saying, hey, this is who I am. I am proud to be this. I'm not so happy about certain things in the past, but I'll make peace with them. But I know I can rectify and move towards a brighter future as I move forward, right? So we're adjusting our perspective of self. But look, both of these parts of who we are, they hold hands, they greet each other. At some point they intersect. So what we think about ourselves and how we feel about ourselves need to come to a place of reunion and meeting. I think that a lot of us internally have been operating in such polar opposites that the way we think about who we are and our life is so drastically different from the way we actually live it, where our thoughts and our actions don't match. But then our thoughts and our feelings need to match as well, you know? There's all these parts of us that we've been so good at fragmenting that we don't realize that they're actually all related. You can have a cognitive experience and you can have a soulful experience at the same time and still have them exist in two different areas of your life and still have them send you different messages and still involve certain different situations and different circumstances. You can experience that. We are ourselves a collection of polarities and dualities and pluralities in this life. We don't need to separate these parts of who we are and our experience. We can fuse them together. And that's how this process towards transformation is really going to occur for us internally, okay? That card said a lot to me. So I'm not going to convolute this anymore and pull like multiple different major arcanas. I am going to start looking at some tarot, and I'm using the Mermaid Tarot because I really do want to look at the emotional resonance we need to have within our experiences and our thoughts, because emotions are a driving force of who we are as individuals, and I feel like that's a part of our journeys that we're very good at neglecting. Bottom of the deck is already Temperance. Okay, so this Temperance energy has been quite significant this entire week with a full moon in Temperance, in Sagittarius, right? But look at this. There's a cosmic rebirth, a cosmic reawakening, a reckoning that has come about, okay? And there's like a seashell here that, you know, usually reminds me of a trumpet. So we're speaking, we're vocalizing. And then here, there's a seashell here with a spiral that is very indicative of our return to self. You know, I've always spoken about the spiral symbol, the one that's native to Maori culture in New Zealand. It's a journey back home. It's a return to origin. That's what that symbolizes to me. And then there's, look, this ability for us to communicating what we want, what we desire, but then also understanding that there's this journey back home to the way we feel that needs to happen at the same time, so we can ground our thoughts and the way we want to move forward in our life. Okay, this is beautiful energy. This is the tempering of not just two cups like it is in the tarot deck. In this case, this is the balance between thought and creation, feeling and action, and this is all happening within us. It's so beautiful, and all while we're standing in the ocean, you know, one with our emotion. Having an herbal tea. Okay, let's see what else we need to know about this transformation. I won't keep this video long because I think I've said a lot already, but so much beautiful things are coming to the surface for us to explore. Two of Pentacles, okay? Whenever I see the bunny, I think of, you know, the Chinese zodiac. for whatever reason. So there is a chance that, you know, you could be born in the year 1987. 1987 for sure is a bunny in the Chinese zodiac, like a rabbit. So you could be a rabbit in the Chinese zodiac. That could be a sign here. What I'm seeing here is like this rabbit is entertaining an audience by juggling both of these coins. Usually the juggling of these coins is not only a card of being busy, but it is a card of indecision and not knowing exactly where we want to go and how we want to live our lives. It's this point of confusion as well. Here I'm seeing that this rabbit has willfully embraced both of these coins, and now he's gonna dance with it. And he's dancing, and he's living, and he's creating, and now he's bringing happiness and entertaining others. So I don't see the Two of Pentacles as a card of indecision. Yes, if we look back at the traditional tarot, we are being encouraged to make choices and decisions. But I see that when you're occupying your time, you don't need to be occupying, sorry for the squeaks in my chair, but you don't need to be occupying your time in a way that distracts you from your journey. I see a lot of that happening. In order for this tempering to happen, okay? In order for this tempering between action and thought and feeling and creation, in order for that tempering to take place, in order for our perspectives to really come in and find balance in all different areas of our being, we have to be able to occupy our time with things that actually fuel that tempering process and fuel our journeys towards inspiration, abundance, and creation. All because this relationship triggered you doesn't mean you avoid love. Let's say a past lover triggered you and now you don't trust anybody, so you're gonna avoid relationships. You don't want to be in love. That's not the way to do it, you know? You don't have to distract yourself with work so you don't have to think about your past lovers, or you don't have to think about dating anybody else. You can't ignore that part of your life. Instead, feel the emotions, okay? Even if it's anger. If it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's frustration, or even if it's happiness and celebration and inspiration, they're all emotions that need to be moved through the body. And the only way to move them through the body is to feel them. I think that a lot of it get very negligent. A lot of us get very negligent, and we start occupying our times by overdoing and overthinking so that we can compensate for what we don't see in our 3D worlds, what we don't like in our 3D worlds. But really, all we're doing is creating more resistance to what it is that we actually do desire. So here I'm seeing, take whatever the world has given you and create something with it, okay? You don't need to accept everything. You don't need to accept disrespect and abuse or anything that you feel is less than what you deserve. But you've been given so many tools and resources, so many feelings, emotions, and opportunities. Feel them all, express them all, do what you can with them. You're the magician of your life, okay? You don't need to accept defeat and be confused, like the Two of Pentacles would normally suggest. How can you dance in life with all these opportunities? How can you turn these opportunities into successes? That's what I'm saying here. Damn, I've got a squeaky chair. The card that came up is the Six of Cups, and then I have the Empress, and then I have the King of Cups. Ooh, okay, so there is a message that came to me that I will come to that in a second here with the King of Cups. But with the Six of Cups and the Empress, I'm seeing that this is the way to create. Everything that I've just said is a way for you to satiate your inner child, you know? I'm also seeing with the Two of Pentacles and this little bunny dancing with everything that life has given him is this jovial, playful attitude towards life. Not everything needs to be serious. Not every breakup needs to be complete, shuddering heartbreak. It can be an opportunity. Have fun with it. Laugh a little. Go out and have a drink with some friends. Maybe go painting. I'm recording. Lots of communication coming through. That's what I'm feeling here. But this is an opportunity. Go to a paint class, you know? Get together with some of your childhood friends. Just today, just before this recording, I had a friend tell me that there was a high school friend that he was connected to that suddenly has reemerged in his life, and he was going through some things, and therefore he took about 5 or 6 years apart from that friendship without any notice. But he's back, and they're having fun again as kids. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful. Okay, and the Empress is the universe telling you, I am here to give birth to you however many times you need to be reborn. So live life. Nothing can take you down. Nothing can get you this defeated. I'm here to rebirth you always. So with that said, you can rebirth yourself every day. Every day is an opportunity for you to wake up and say, hey, I've got a new chance at this. I'm going to give it a try. You don't need to accept defeat so easily. Okay, now I was looking at the King of Wands, and I had seen the King of Pentacles, okay, from an earlier recording here. This to me showed the transgression of a masculine energy moving from being highly sexual to grounding himself with more of his energies and becoming a little bit more, bringing more humility into his life. I'm also seeing that there is a masculine energy that's going from being very confused to grounding. Now, whenever I've received the King of Wands and the King of Cups, that's always a message of sexual fluidity for me. And as somebody who identifies as a gay man, as a part of the LGBTQ community, I do channel those messages for the collective too. But the King of Cups wasn't present here. So, you know, as I was shoveling, I think somebody's throwing things out. Somebody is really, you know, digging the grave and burying the past so they can move forward. I'm getting that image now. But I got the King of Cups as I was looking at the King of Wands, and I'm seeing that there is a bit of a sexual awakening happening for many of us. It could also be with a masculine you're connected to, or somebody you know. But I think there's this, we're questioning our sexuality. It just so happens to be Pride Month too, but I'm thinking that somebody is really paying attention to who they're attracted to and why certain relationships are going a certain way and how they've contributed to all of this. I'm also seeing somebody looking back at a male from the past, a masculine energy, and thinking about how things could have been a little different between them. This could ground as a friendship first, but I'm seeing that somebody is definitely questioning their sexuality and then coming to terms with a whole new reality. Okay, and then the King of Pentacles that I got there separately is telling me that there's the opportunity for this to really become possible. They've considered their sexuality as something that they cannot explore, something that can't be accepted. It's impossible, but it's starting to become possible because I think this person's realizing how they've kept themselves back, okay? And then I do see the Queen of Pentacles here too with the King of Pentacles again. And I had just done a reading before this, but I had shuffled the deck. And I'm seeing that they're starting to consider a certain feminine energy that they were connected to in the past, same sex, and seeing that perhaps things could have been different. So flow, contemplate, allow your transformation to come through. By the way, that message of sexuality is coming up strongly now because with the Death and the Temperance card, I did think of sexuality and the LGBTQ flag when I had seen this rainbow, but it suddenly made sense why I was picking that up at the start of the reading when I got this message just now. But don't be afraid to be who you are, okay? That's how I'll end this reading.